Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Elite Wrestling World. I am your host GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here for AEW Collision post-show review. So very loaded card announced for Collision. Kevin Knight defending the TNT title against Air Fox. We will see Hikaru Shida defending the TBS title against Queen Aminata. Also, Bandido defends the Ring of Honor World Championship against Adam Priest. Brawling Birds in action. Ciampa versus Myron is announced for tonight, and Jack Perry taking on Nick Wayne. So plenty to look forward. Let's get dive into it and talk about that. We started off with Jack Perry taking on Nick Wayne. Perry big brother Wayne a bit, then take him down into a hammerlock. Perry sent Wayne to the mat with a shoulder block as well. Wayne racked Perry's eyes, then DDT'd him into the ring steps. They were back in the ring where Perry was ramping Wayne's head into the turnbuckle. He set up for the Wayne's World, but Perry caught him and powerbombed him into the ring apron. That looks brutal. Wayne hit a snapdragon, but Perry came back with a poisoned Rana. Wayne tried for a kill switch, but Perry escaped and hit a clothesline on the rebound as well. We saw referee started to count both competitors out. Wayne got back into the ring at 6. Perry slid into the ring just before 10. Wayne crushed him with a springboard splash and a fisherman buster for a very close near fall. Wayne's looking for Wayne's World. Perry caught him with a German suplex, finished him with the super kick and a running knee to get the pinfall victory. So again, a very good opener to start off Collision. Then we saw Young Bucks voiced over some recent highlights. All is right in the wrestling world because Kenny Omega is the world champion, and soon the Bucks will be the tag champions again. But the Bucks don't trust Jon Moxley or the Death Riders, or they don't trust Will Ospreay either. So Young Bucks challenge Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay for a tag team match at Redemption, and it's gonna be a fantastic match on the pay-per-view. Tag team classic coming in at the pay-per-view. Bucks versus Moxley and Ospreay. Christian Cage and Copeland challenged Claudio and Pac to a match for the world tag titles if they can get their noses out of Moxley's ass. So that match got official. It's gonna be Christian Cage and Adam Copeland versus Claudio and Pac for the World Tag Team Championships at Redemption pay-per-view. Next up is Kevin Knight versus Air Fox for the TNT title. Knight jumped Fox before the bell. The crowd chanted, "We want Speedball," to get under Kevin Knight's skin. Fox took Knight down with a Rana, then hit a rolling neck breaker. The fight went to the floor. Fox missed a moonsault. Knight came off the commentator's table with a flying clothesline. That looks brutal. Fox hit a cutter and a swanton for a very close 2 count. Fox tried to hit another destroyer, came off the top with a 450 for another near fall. Crowd chanted "Fight Forever." Fox set up Knight for a Spanish fly off the top rope. Knight blocked it and then took Fox down with an avalanche Uranagi, and then hit the UFO splash for the pinfall victory and retains the TNT title. So again, a very good showing for Kevin Knight before his title defense against Darby Allin this Wednesday on Dynamite. Next up is a squash match for Hechicero, Brian Cage and Jake Doyle. Doyle powerbombed one of the enhancement guys on the floor. Cage got the pinfall victory. So again, getting a win before the trios match on Dynamite against Will Ospreay, Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega. After the match, Callis family members beat up the enhancement talent until Mike Bailey and the conglomeration ran in to chase them off. Jay Lethal and Swirl were shown watching in the crowd as well. So we saw Will Ospreay ask his opponent tonight not to take things personally. Meanwhile, Moxley accepted the challenge for the tag team match against the Young Bucks at Redemption. It's gonna be a fantastic tag team match on the pay-per-view. Next up, Will Ospreay in action against Adam Brooks. Brooks sucker punched Ospreay as the bell rang. Ospreay back suplexed on the ring barricade. Then Ospreay hit a springboard forearm. Tried for the Oscutter, but Brooks avoided it and Ospreay crashed to the mat. Ospreay hit a Spanish fly for a near fall, charged in for a hidden blade, but Brooks stopped that by spitting at Ospreay. Ospreay leveled Brooks with the forearm, then killed him dead with the forearms to the back of the neck until Brooks tapped out. So that was a very aggressive side of Will Ospreay, the one that Riders wanted to unleash on Kenny Omega as well. So again, it's gonna be a very interesting story moving forward to the main event of All In. Darby Allin told Kevin Knight he needed to be humble and he didn't listen, so Allin will take the TNT title from him on Wednesday. Allin then set fire to a card with the blowtorch. So again, it's gonna be a fantastic match on Dynamite for the TNT title. Next up is Athena in action against Eva Everett. The match went to the floor early. Athena tossed Everett into the ring barricade, then hit a pump kick, then deadlift her up into a pair of power bombs, and then she tapped out Everett with the leg scissors around her head and the neck and gets the victory in a very quick succession. The Birds came out for their match while Athena was leaving the ring. And next up is Brawling Birds in action. This was a very quick match. They finished off their opponents with the two birds, one stone, and gets the victory. So Brawling Birds might be setting up to get a World Tag Team title shots, possibly at All in Wembley Stadium. Next up is Tommaso Ciampa in action against Myron Reed. Ciampa caught Reed with a thumb to the eye, then stopped a mud hole in Reed. Crowd was rabid for Ciampa, the Boston native. Ciampa caught Reed with a pump knee, tried for a running knee, but Reed avoided it and caught Ciampa with a super kick. We saw Reed drove right into the knee from Ciampa, sent Ciampa to the floor with a Yuzugiri. Reed sent Ciampa up to the top rope for something, but Ciampa countered with an avalanche air raid crash for a very close near fall. Myron Reed escaped a powerbomb and caught him with a super kick. Reed caught Ciampa with a flying cutter over the ropes onto that ramp. That looks brutal. Then Reed countered a suplex attempt with a stunner. Ciampa caught Reed with a kick to the gut, then turned a sit-out powerbomb into a backstabber, and then hit the running knee and get the pinfall victory. So again, a very good match and very good win for Ciampa before his match against the Painmaker Jericho at Redemption. After the match, Ciampa grabbed a house mic and went to the commentary table where he stood up to Paul White, and Ciampa stood on the chair so he could talk to Paul White. Ciampa called White Jericho's best friend and he wanted White to give Jericho a message. Ciampa said that Tommaso Ciampa was the better version of Chris Jericho, but also the Psycho Killer wasn't afraid of the Painmaker. Ciampa told White to tell Jericho that the match would be no holds barred at the pay-per-view, and then Ciampa and White had a long stare down to end the segment. So again, now it's gonna be no holds barred, Psycho Killer versus the Painmaker at Redemption pay-per-view. This might be the show-stealing match of the pay-per-view. So let's see what happens next Sunday. Renee interviewed Andrade talking about the national title match at Redemption. Andrade showed off his new Dynamite Diamond ring. Mark Davis came out of nowhere and leveled Andrade with his title belt, then choked him out with a sleeper. So again, building up the match for the pay-per-view as well. It's gonna be a fantastic bout between these two. Mercedes Moné interview is up next. Renee brought Mercedes out to the ring. Mercedes is also from Boston. She got a big face pop. Renee asked Mercedes who she thought would win at Redemption between Willow and Tekla. Mercedes said that she will be taking the world championship at All In and didn't matter if it was from Tekla or Willow. Mercedes said she cracked Tekla with her title belt, so she ran to Japan, and then Mercedes beat Willow, so she ran to Japan too. And anyway, it doesn't matter who walks into All In with the world title. Mercedes is going to be the one walking out with it. So again, a very good promo segment by Mercedes. It's gonna be interesting who wins at Redemption between Tekla and Willow Nightingale. Copeland and Christian called out Claudio and Pac for the World Tag Title match at Redemption. Bucks came along to compliment them on their victory and laid the groundwork for what should be the tag title match at All In. I mean, unless another team for the Bucks comes along, and we might see a multi-man match at All In. Next up is Bandido defending the Ring of Honor World Championship against Adam Priest. Priest didn't even get a ring introduction. Bandido hit a couple of snap German suplex. Priest responded by kicking Bandido in the shin. Bandido came off the top with a frog splash. Priest got out of the way and turned Bandido into a jackknife cover for a very close near fall. Bandido did a backflip onto Priest, then deadlift him from that position into a German bridge back to get the pinfall, and that was a spectacular victory for Bandido before his match against Kyle Fletcher for the international title at Redemption pay-per-view. We get a pre-taped interview from Japan. Julia Hart and Sky Blue, the Sister of Sins, challenged Dina Cross and Megan Bailey for a women's tag title shot in a street fight for Dynamite, and it's getting official as well. It's gonna be a no DQ World Tag Team title match, Sisters of Sin versus the Divine Dominion on Dynamite. And in the main event, we saw Queen Aminata versus Hikaru Shida for the TBS Championship. They started out by exchanging punches and forearms. Shida ended that with a thumb to the eye, then rolled up Aminata into a small package for a very close near fall. Aminata came off the top looking to stomp Shida on the ramp, but Shida got out of the way. Aminata went for her Queen's Crown headbutt, but Shida ducked and Aminata headbutted the turnbuckle. Queen had Shida in the Boston Crab, but Aminata backs gave out and she released the hold, started to fight up with kicks, hitting a fisherman swinging neckbreaker for a very close near fall. They both trade small packages for very close near falls. Aminata and Shida then exchanged and reversed a series of cradles for 2 counts as well. Shida caught Queen with the leg whip. Aminata came back with her headbutt, went for a sliding knee in the ropes, but Shida grabbed the injured knee and stretched it out against the ropes, rolled up Aminata, then put her feet on the ropes for the additional leverage and got the pinfall victory, retains the title in a very hard-hitting match in the main event of Collision. And again, a very good showing for Queen Aminata as well. After the match, we saw Shida worked over Aminata with her kendo stick until Maya World ran out to make the save, and Maya World chased Shida away. So at the end of the show, Tony Schiavone announced that Maya World would get the next title shot against Hikaru Shida at Redemption pay-per-view. So it gets official. It's gonna be Maya World versus Hikaru Shida for the TBS title. So again, it's gonna be a fantastic match. Maya World getting the pay-per-view match. Plenty to look forward on the Redemption pay-per-view. The card is setting up to be a banger pay-per-view. So let's see what happens next Sunday on the pay-per-view. So that's the end of the show, folks. Please guys, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.